I'm really encouraged by the younger generation of Reformed Baptists. I'll be 60 this year. I've been around a long time. But when I look around at the young generation, my heart is filled with joy because I see young, godly men and women who are raised up in homes and families and churches that I didn't have the privilege of being raised up in, and who understand the things that are happening. But I know that there are some real discouragements in the world. You know, you look around and you see secularism growing and atheism having an edge that maybe we've never seen before, militancy. You have the Islamist terrorists and the expansion of a militant form of Islam, not just in the Middle East, but in Africa, in Europe, and even sometimes in America through sleeper cells. It's easy for us to look at these kind of circumstances and get really discouraged and say, what's happening in the world? But the thing that we forget is that the New Testament itself teaches us that that's the life of God's people. Hebrews 11 is about the triumph of God's people in the face of difficulties throughout all of the previous history. And it was written not to be a hall of fame of faith, but to tell us that that's our responsibility as well, to overcome the difficulties of life by a strong faith. So what I want to say to the young generation is continue on with that faith, grow in it, make it deeper, and be like those who have gone before you by overcoming the world and its challenges through the faith that comes to us in Jesus Christ, through the gospel, revealed to us in God's word, proclaimed to us every Lord's Day in His church. Be encouraged and be hopeful and trust in the words that Jesus said just before He ascended into heaven. All authority in heaven and earth is given unto me. These events that take place in the world are not happening because God is asleep. He's permitting them to happen, but He calls upon us to be faithful as they happen, to live a life of faith before Him every day. So be encouraged.